Welcome back to Alyssa and Gianna. Um, there was an adventure that happened last night, which wasn't really a great adventure. I was feeling really sick. I was getting pain in my right side, and I went to urgent care. And urgent care told me I had to go to emergency room because my pain was that severe. Alyssa came down from Crestline, which is about a 20-minute drive down the mountain, to take me into the emergency room. And the best hospital that we went to was San Antonio in Upland. And so we went, and we got there by like 9 o'clock. We didn't leave until I want to say like 1. Got home around like 2. We were there for like more than 4 hours. And it just got to a point where it was getting ridiculous. I'm not trying to be morbid or anything for this being like my third video or anything, but it's one of the adventures that happened. What I'm gonna plan on doing is put some old videos together and post them and put them like date them as like the earlier days before we got into our 20s. But back to this story. Sorry, I still have my band on from the hospital. I've been sleeping all day because I've been exhausted. But so we went there and they had me do a urine test. They had me take blood, which I do not do well with needles, and I bruise really easily. So when they took my blood, since I have really tiny veins, they normally use a butterfly needle for like little kids. And they used a normal needle, and that hurt a lot more than it should have. But Alyssa was nice enough to hold my hand during it. She actually recorded me getting blood drawn and how I reacted to it. So I'm going to get that video and like attach it to this one. We also took some videos while I was laying down in the room. Just kind of like entertainment because we were just incredibly bored waiting for results. When I got admitted into a room, they hooked me up to a bunch of stuff like heart rate, pulse, making sure that I'm still breathing. And then they had me dressed into a gown, lay in the bed. They put a blanket over me. We could watch TV. They took an x-ray of my chest, and they took a They took a CT scan of my abdomen to see what was going on. There was a big part that they thought it was appendicitis or I had stones in my gallbladder because I was having so much pain. It took about like 30 minutes to get the results, but honestly, it probably took a lot longer than that because we were waiting in that room for about an hour and a half. It was just getting ridiculous to a point where I started to fall asleep. Alyssa started falling asleep in the chair. We just wanted to go. We wanted to figure out what was going on, and like nobody was telling us anything. One thing that was entertaining was I was hooked up to the blood pressure machine, and like I wouldn't do anything. We would just be talking, and then all of a sudden the thing would contract. And he would flip me out because I'm like, what is going on? I didn't move. I didn't press anything. Why is the thing moving? And then the monitor would start beeping. And we wouldn't understand anything because we were like, we didn't touch it. I didn't move. I didn't touch anything. Like, what's going on? The nurse informed me that if I move and it doesn't detect a pulse, then it thinks that I detached myself from it. So it's kind of notifying the nurses, like, oh, I can't find a pulse, something's wrong. But in reality, I just kind of moved and the thing got angry at me. But so while we were waiting for results, which Alyssa also has the video for it, is I had to get a pain shot because I was in so much pain. I had two options because it was a lot of medication in that syringe. And so I had two options, was my outer thigh or my butt cheek. And so I decided to have it on my butt cheek because the pain medication is used for, it's going to start to burn as the medication like goes throughout my body, but it burns and then makes the other thing feel better. That makes sense. But so I was like, okay, I'll just take it in the butt cheek. Like, I'll be a champ. And Alyssa has the video for that, so I'm gonna attach it to this video as well. But so that happened. There's the pun. Sorry, I'm weird. So that happened, and then the doctor came back in, told me what was going on. So it wasn't appendicitis. All my results came up normal, besides I had like a high potassium, which everything is fine. My kidneys are fine, everything of that sort. But with everything else, she was like, the CT scan came back, everything is normal, just there's one thing that the CT scan picked up. And so I was like, okay, like, why are you pausing so much? Just tell me what's going on. So she decides to tell me that we have this thing that is a fatty layer that goes over our organs, kind of like keeps everything together. And so that on my right side is inflamed and swollen. And they don't know why, but they said that it mimics the symptoms and the pain of appendicitis. So it's not, thank God it's not my appendix, and I didn't have to have surgery for it, but it is still painful. So she said that my body is supposed to fix it itself. They gave me pain meds. I'm so sorry. I'm extremely exhausted. And they gave me nausea medication. So I need to go fill those up. And hopefully take one as soon as possible. But I thought it was really sweet because my friend Danny, which is also Alyssa's friend from, if you haven't seen the video before, Danny and Justin are mentioned in the video prior about going into an abandoned building. So our friend Danny, he was really worried, and he asked, he's like, I know that you need sleep and all that stuff, but do you mind if I come see you? I just want to make sure that you're okay. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. I just don't feel comfortable with like people being in my house right now, especially because I'm not feeling well. Just kind of want Alyssa and I. And so we get home and they're already there, and I tell him to like meet me at my car because they're like maybe like a couple spots down, and he comes up and he like hugs me, and he's like, I was really worried about you once Alyssa told me what was going on. I just continued to pray for you. I was so worried, all this stuff. And he's like, you had me so scared. I was like, thank you. I really do appreciate it. Like, it just proves how much of a great friend you are, being really worried about me and all that stuff. And like, he's like, I just wanted to see you and make sure that you were okay. And he continued to ask me, like, are you okay? I was like, I will be. I'm just really like sore right now, really sensitive, really tired. Right now I'm broken. Like, I can't mess around like we do before. Is like we like play fight and stuff like that. And so he was trying to make me laugh by like not necessarily like tripping me, but like hitting my leg. And I was laughing a little bit, but since I was in pain, it wasn't really that funny. But he was there for me, and I was really proud of that. And I was very happy that even though we haven't been that close, he actually really cared and wanted to make sure that I was okay and drove out of his way to make sure that I was okay. And I thought that was really sweet. But there's some videos that I took, and there's some videos that Alyssa took, and some pictures, so I might like throw them up there, add them in, I don't know, but of our time at the emergency room. But if you like this video, if you have any comments, concerns, anything of that sort, leave a comment below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to the channel. I'm still gonna try to have a couple videos of Alyssa and I together, but since her and I live far from each other and we have different schedules, it's kind of hard for us to be together all the time. But we will definitely try that. So I hope everybody has a nice day. And yeah, I have no idea what else to say. Live life, have fun, do you, and have an amazing day. Bye, guys.
Insurance protection now, then doubles automatically to $20,000 later at no extra cost. Later on, your child can buy more, up to $100,000 in total protection.
My entertainment while I just lay here waiting for my results. Can I go home? So, my hospital chilling. And, this one's bored. And so am I. I'm mainly hungry. I haven't eaten since 2, but I can't eat anything. What the fuck? She got me nuggets though. They're in the car. Do something. My nuggets. Alright, so second adventure with Alyssa and I is currently at the emergency room. Currently not feeling well. And I wouldn't be here because of Alyssa. So, update. I took an x-ray, I took a CT scan, and I'm hooked up to a bunch of different machines. And, out of nowhere, the blood pressure machine decided to contract, which scared the crap out of Alyssa. Like, what is going on here?